Picture this: a young artist, a chance encounter, and a love that transcends continents. I'm talking about the incredible journey of Pradumam Kumar Mahanandya, who, armed with determination and a second-hand bicycle, pedaled his way from the vibrant streets of India to the serene landscapes of Sweden. Born in the state of Odisha, India, P.K. Mahanandya's story begins in a world surrounded by lush greenery that inspired Kipling's Jungle Book. PK's journey as an artist started in the bustling streets of Delhi, where he earned a reputation for capturing the essence of his subjects with just a few strokes of his paintbrush. He even had a moment in the spotlight when he painted a portrait of none other than the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. And then in 1975, destiny decided to play its part. A Swedish tourist, Charlotte von Shedwin, sought out PK to have her portrait drawn. Little did they know that this encounter would set the wheels in motion for an extraordinary love story. Welcome to Asia Obscura. Please like, share, and subscribe for more obscure Asian stories. Now let's pick up where we left off. After waiting 10 minutes for a portrait, Charlotte wasn't entirely thrilled by the first sketch. But being the perfectionist that she is, she decided to come back the next day. Now, in PK's defense, he was a bit preoccupied. You see, he had this prophecy hanging over him since his school days. A prophecy about meeting a woman whose zodiac sign would be Taurus. She'd come from a distant land, she'd be musical, and she'd own a jungle. So when Charlotte walks into his life, PK's internal alarm starts ringing. He remembers the prophecy, takes a deep breath, and throws a curveball at her. "Do you own a jungle?" he asks. And lo and behold, Charlotte, hailing from Swedish nobility, calmly replies, "Oh yes, I do." Now you might be thinking, what made him ask such an unusual question? Well, that, my friends, was the cosmic nudge of a prophecy guiding a love story that was meant to be. Now let's fast forward to when they got married in a tribal ceremony. Things were looking great for the newlyweds for like a second. Soon after the ceremony, Charlotte, the leading lady in this love saga, had to jet off to Sweden to finish her studies. Things were looking grim for our hero. So here we are, PK, a struggling artist, and Charlotte, his leading lady, still studying away in Sweden. Now let's talk money, or the lack thereof. Picture this: PK is checking his pockets, finding more lint than currency. In a moment of financial crisis, PK does what any sensible person would do. He decides to sell everything he owns. Now hold on to your seat, because here's where it gets a bit more unusual. Now, instead of booking a flight like a mere mortal, PK Mahanandya, he decides, hey, why not cycle from India to Sweden? Why not? PK breezes through Afghanistan, Iran, Turkey, Bulgaria, Yugoslavia, Germany, Austria, and Denmark. Now let's talk challenges. I mean, cycling through countries is no walk in the park. Pun intended. PK faced it all, from rugged terrains to language barriers. I bet there were moments when he looked at his bike and he just thought, are you sure we can do this? But fear not, our hero had allies, not just in the form of friendly locals, but also fellow travelers, the original road trip squad. They shared stories, snacks, and probably a few questionable directions. And then, PK arrives in Gothenburg, Sweden. Picture this scene at the immigration office. PK with his bicycle and a backpack full of memories, trying to convince the officers that he didn't just take a wrong turn at Istanbul. "Yes sir, I cycled all the way from India to be with the love of my life." Spoiler alert, love triumphs. Charlotte, probably with a mix of disbelief and admiration, rushes to the scene. And just like that, our hero reunites with his leading lady. Fast forward a bit, and we find ourselves in the enchanting backdrop of Sweden. PK and Charlotte decide to give their love story another chapter. Now here's the juicy part. Cut to today. PK, the artist from the jungles of Odisha, is now the cultural maestro of Sweden. He's not just advising on art and culture, he's practically the artistic Yoda of the Swedish government. And let's not forget his side gig, Odia Cultural Ambassador of India to Sweden. That's right folks, he's basically spreading cultural vibes between two nations. In conclusion, what can we say? Love knows no borders. PK's passion, his determination, his eccentricity proves that. So whether you're on a bicycle or you're just navigating through life, remember, as cheesy as it sounds, love is the ultimate GPS. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Asia Obscura. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have your own stories or topics you'd like us to explore, feel free to leave a comment below. Until next time, stay curious, stay passionate, and stay tuned.